We have reached the great crossroads. Humanity is awakening. And all of you that have played your part in standing up to the censors, standing up to the bullies, and spreading the word are at the heart of this new renaissance. That's why, for myself and the entire InfoWars crew, I want to salute you all for what you've done in the information war and what you've also done on the streets peacefully. And why I'm asking you now more than ever to redouble your efforts, because victory is within sight.
I'm Roger Stone, and you're at InfoWars, the right place to get the bare-fisted truth. This week, I had occasion to travel to Las Vegas, Nevada, to speak at a very important rally called STAND, which meant we stood for justice for the Bundy family. Now, because of an absence of mainstream media coverage, many Americans don't know the story of Cliven Bundy and his family, but they are ranchers, among the last ranchers on federal land, or land held by the federal government, in Clark County, Nevada. And when rancher Bundy became behind in his payments to the government, well, rather than being contacted by a government lawyer, the government launched a Waco-style assault on his ranch in Nevada. This, in turn, inflamed the feelings of patriots from surrounding states, including Nevada, who know that all the way back to the Federalist Papers, the states were to regulate the use of the land, and that 80% of the land in Nevada now belongs to the federal government and is managed by the Bureau of Land Management. In any event, the reaction and the many citizens who went to the standoff in Bunkerville, where federal snipers and troops, aided by the FBI, had the Bundy family, men, women, and children, under siege, they were subsequently arrested, protesters these are, for their presence to support the Bundys. Many of them were brandishing arms, as was their legal right. These were licensed firearms. And the only known gunplay seems to have come from the federal government. In any event, what has happened now is what brought my attention to this case. It is the conduct of the government after the siege of Bunkerville. First of all, the Clark County Sheriff assured the Bundy family that the feds were standing down and the matter would be adjudicated in a peaceful manner. That was minutes before the Waco-style assault on the Bundy ranch, and before snipers had the Bundy children in their scope site. In fact, however, the government now has held at least 18 men, 17 supporters of the Bundys, and one journalist, Pete Pistilli, without trial release or pre-trial release, shackled together. And in court, Judge Gloria Navarro, a protege and appointee and handpicked federal judge of the notoriously corrupt Harry Reid, has systematically denied not only the Bundys, but their supporters due process. There are people under indictment for murder in this jurisdiction who have obtained pretrial release. Now, 18 months later, these men are still incarcerated in an effort to squeeze them. They are shackled together. They are not allowed to have to speak among themselves. Even conversation and communication among their lawyers is limited. The judge has ruled out a First Amendment defense. The judge has ruled out a Second Amendment defense. The judge has ruled out a Fourth Amendment offense. Cliven Bundy himself is not allowed to choose his own attorney, nor are the defendants allowed to question any action whatsoever by the Bureau of Land Management or the FBI, either before, during, or after the siege. This is a kangaroo court. This is a fraud upon the American people. This is not what we had in mind. Now, when I was in Nevada, I met many fine people with many strong opinions about this case. One night at dinner, one patriot said, you know, the way to solve this is to get 300 carefully selected and heavily armed men, lay siege to the courthouse, kill the judge, kill the prosecutors, and save the Bundys. Believe me, that is exactly the wrong thing to do. I denounce a violence or more gunplay or more bloodshed to solve this problem. That is not the answer, in my view. There is an answer, and I'd like to show you what I said at Saturday's rally, if we could run that.
I have known Donald Trump, the President of the United States, for 40 years. He is a just man. He is a decent man. He is an honest man. He is a compassionate man. He is a believer in the U.S. Constitution. He answers only to the American people, not to the two-party duopoly that has run this country into the ground. And therefore, I appeal to the president, review this case in the name of justice, in the name of mercy, in the name of fairness. Pardon every member of the Bundy family and their supporters, and do it now. We will be posting a petition at Infowars.com and at StoneColdTruth.com.
I go on to say that we're going to be posting a petition at Infowars.com, which will be coming up imminently, addressed to the president, respectfully asking him to review this case and to issue a pardon for the Bundys and their supporters, and particularly for a journalist, Pete Pistilli, who is only in jail today because he was asking questions that embarrass the government. He's accused of brandishing a gun. No, my friends, he was brandishing a microphone. When the government starts locking up journalists because they ask inconvenient questions, we have reached a slippery slope. Now is as good a time as any to remind you that what we do here at Infowars.com doesn't come free. We are fighting every day for our own survival as the Soros-funded tech left, whether it is Amazon or Yahoo or Twitter or Facebook, seek to limit our ability to reach you. They play all kinds of games. Dr. Jerry Corsi here at Infowars has written some terrific articles about their attempt to end the communications revolution that allowed us to band together with Alex Jones and elect Donald Trump. And therefore, we need your support by going to the Infowars.com store. And you've got some summer mega specials here that really should not be missed. Caveman, which is a fundamental building block nutrition program that allows you to harness the power of super nutrients that have been used by strong people since the beginning of time. A number of my friends who are into bodybuilding are supplementing their program with this and are very pleased with it. Survival Shield, which I believe had a role in saving my life after I was poisoned back around Christmas. That is 30% off. This is the good iodine. This is the kind of iodine that is virtually impossible to find on the health food market. So this is a big favorite around the Stone household. Secret 12, This stuff recharges your energy, helps you fight fatigue, at least in my experience. If you hit some Secret 12 and a couple of Brain Force tabs, you're good to do a couple hours on InfoWars and then draft a piece for the website. Secret 12, back in stock. I was upset about this. I tried it. I liked it. I ordered it. It was out. But, folks, it's back. Get it now. This stuff sells out very, very quickly. But that is 25% off. DNA Force, 20% off. Back in stock. Living Defense, absolutely necessary given the poisons in our food and our water and the air we breathe. Now 20% off. Z-Shield, 30% off. And then, of course, there's the InfoWars Select Storable Food, which is off as much as 40% discounted. Now, folks, you get free shipping as part of these summer sales. And I cannot remind you enough that this is a win-win situation. You're not only buying the very finest all-natural products for you, yourself, and your family, but you're also aiding the fight for freedom. You are helping give us voice here at InfoWars. You are helping beat back the David Brocks and the James Carvilles and the George Soroses who would strangle our First Amendment rights. We cannot do it without your support. When we say you are the tip of the spear, that's what we mean. This is a people's revolution. And without your support for InfoWars, we can no longer carry the torch for freedom. So please, friends, look at these terrific specials. Now's the time to stock up. You'll be glad you did.
In ancient times, man roamed the earth in a constant state of hunting or being hunted. Introducing Caveman, where cutting-edge science meets ancient super nutrients. Secure your bottle right now at InfoWarsStore.com.